يحشي نخوتهم لشباب الجيل نداءاتي يحشي نخوتهم لشباب الجيل نداءاتي يحشي نخوتهم الله لنا فيها بالعز يتوج قاصده ويدل بخير ساعيها من والى الله نصرا أعطى مفتاح الصحوة سلم محبا نادى من والى الله نصرا أعطى مفتاح الصحوة سلم محبا نادى بدلا في نصرتها قد بايعنا الله فالعمر نذرتك بل روحي يا أمة يا أمة All that you do will be seen through of your faith and mercy. Working and building together, oh my will do anything. Just say you can through this Quran. Keeping your faith, we do not make your existence. Just say you can through this Quran. Keeping your faith, we do not make your pray to Allah, keep on mercy, lead us to the right path together, for once again. دستور الله لنا فيها بالعز يتوج قاصده ويدل لغير ساعيها فينا يطلبه من بالتزكية يطهره جيلا بالحب تعهده وعد الرحمن سينصره كثيرا فينا يطلبه من بالتزكية يطهره جيلا بالحب تعهده وعد الرحمن سينصره قد بايعنا الله فالعمر نذرتك بل روحي يا أمة يا دستور الله لنا فيها بالعز يتوج قاصده ويدل لغير ساعيها همسات نجاة تحييها دستور الله لنا فيها بالعز يتوج قاصده ويدل لغير ساعيها قوموا بصدق نداويها ونور بحق سنبنيها بالرفق هذا محمدنا فالحب نورا سيحييها قوموا بصدق نداويها ونور بحق سنبنيها بالرفق هذا محمدنا نورا سيحييها قوموا بصدق نداويها بالرفق هذا محمدنا Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Uh, Assalamu alaikum Shaima, assalamu alaikum hermana Iman. Eh, ya la gente se está conectando. Si me podéis confirmar si se me escucha bien, por favor. Mm, Assalamu alaikum Diana, assalamu alaikum Mariam. ¿Me podéis confirmar, por favor, si se escucha bien? Vale, sí, bien, estupendo. Pues sin más demora voy a invitar a Shay. Vale. At the stream. Hello Shay. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Amin.
Hi, how are you doing?
Doing great. I'm quite excited for today. Today's
Yeah.
Saturday.
What
Yes. How about
border
you?
background do you have there?
Oh, yeah. It's like a light bulb.
It's because of Christmas or?
Yes, yes. So the
Yeah.
office is like being different starting today. So teachers here are decorating in the office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're already 10 people. So it's all yours. Uh, so,
Thanks a lot. I mean, good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon to everyone. How are you guys? So it's good to be back. Let's see it from the comment section. Oh, Diana. Hi, Diana. Chaime. Hello there. Zenev. Evelyn. All right. It's good to see familiar names in here. So for this Saturday, it's going to be a full packed Saturday class because we're going to talk about a lot of things. Like what I've promised last week, that we're going to talk about different things in English, especially those topics that are common to get mixed up. For example, confusing words, confusing grammar rules. So, yes, for that reason, I'm really excited for today's session. Right. So, I will be checking some comments here on my phone. Okay, Fatima. That's good. So it's good to hear or to see that you're fine. Amina is here as well. Fadua. Hello, everyone. So, last time we talked about grammar. Am I right? So, we discussed something about grammar. And for today, we're going to talk about different things that could be under vocabulary, that could be under grammar, and that could be under other things. So, are you guys ready? Type it on the comment section, and we're going to start. Okay. And if you have some friends who's interested and you don't want them to miss this episode or session, send them the link and let them join so that they can learn something today as well. All right. So I am going to share my screen to you guys so we could start. Okay, give me one quick moment. So let's see it from some comments here. Okay. So just tell me once you can see my screen. Okay, there you have it. Can you see it right now? Can you type it on the comments so I could see? hmm Can you see my screen right now? hmm Okay, let me wait for your response so I could check it. Oh no. 1 second. Ah, okay. So I have presented it using another um, platform. So I'm gonna do it once again. Sharing my screen. Okay. All right. Can you see it right now? So application. Okay. Here it goes.
Mm,
Ah, okay. How about now? Is it visible? Okay. Let me check it on my mobile phone to see if it's working. Okay. I think yes. Let me see some comments. Okay, now it's fine. So good to hear. All right. So let's take a look at this. Why is it not moving? I'm sorry. Let me try it again. So let me present it on the first page. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, let me do it once more. Okay. Give me one quick moment. Gonna wrap this up. Okay. There it goes. So I think that's it. I've got it right. Ojalá. Okay, now there you go. So, welcome to the fifth session here at Islamic Fundraising. So, like what I've mentioned, we are going to have a full packed Saturday today as we're going to talk about different things in English. So, I am encouraging everyone to participate and ask questions whenever you have doubts about the topic so you can maximize your learning experience. Okay. And yes, we are going to have our theme for today. So, polishing your English skills. So when we say polishing, it means to improve, okay, to add the finishing touches. This happens to people who can communicate. So, for example, you can speak the English language, but you still commit some mistakes. So, what you have to do is to polish it. So how are you going to polish? So you can polish your English skills by knowing your errors. So what are the errors that you keep on committing in your sentences? So like what I have promised last time, I said that we're going to collate or to collect the data on what are the common lapses, may it be with grammar or pronunciation or vocabulary mistakes that students tend to commit so that I could share it with all of you. So let us polish your English skills by knowing the common errors made by second language learners. So that's you guys. You are second language learners. You are trying to learn another language. So for you guys, let me ask you a question. How many languages do you speak? So let's see. How many languages do you speak or do you want to learn, for example? Because we have people who are bilingual. And when we say bilingual, those are people who can speak two languages, bilingual. Okay, I am a bilingual teacher, for example, because English is my second language. All right. How about you? Let's see it from the comment section. So, how many languages do you speak? How many languages do you speak, and how many languages do you want to speak? Uh huh. All right. So some people know how to have or use four or five languages, but some can only have one, or English is their second language, for example. So according to some people, according to Karima, she or he speaks three languages. That's cool. Okay, Spanish and Arabic for Mariam. Amina says Arabic, French, and Spanish. Oh, so for the English language is your fourth language. That's cool. Fadua says I speak three languages, and English is my fourth. That's cool. According to Sanet, I speak three, but I want to speak seven or eight or 10 languages. Oh, I'm sure you like to travel or communicate with people. According to Iman, Iman says four languages. Oh, that's nice. So you guys are multilingual. So it means that you know different languages and you still want to learn English or other languages. That's nice. And there are lots of comments as well saying that they have more than two languages. Like Iman says, I speak two and want to speak three at the moment. Mm. So, English is part of our daily lives, right? If we want to travel, we have to speak in English, right? So, English is the universal language. So, it's a good opportunity to polish your skills since you already know how to communicate. So, let's see. Let's take a look at some of the things that you have to know for you to be able to speak the English language fluently. All right, so I think everyone's ready. So let's get started with the first one. So the first common error that second language learners tend to commit is this one: the use of double negative. We often call this double negation. So, this is part of grammar as well as the vocabulary. When a person says, I don't know nothing, it normally gives us an idea that the person doesn't have, right? The person doesn't have an idea about something. So this is common in Spanish grammar. So if you guys speak Spanish, you both use the negative form of the verb in your grammar, but in English, we always put it in positive. For example, the first word is negative, so the next word should be positive, like the ones in red here. So I don't. Don't is a negative word, right? So, if you're going to talk about the negative form at the first part, the second next word, not the verb, but the word that defines it, should be positive. Okay? So this is something that happens to native speakers. They tend to have this, but this is more of the formal English, okay? And this is the acceptable grammar rule. So in this case, you should say, I don't know anything, okay? Nothing is in negative, and the positive word for nothing is anything. Or if you want to have the word nothing, you have to remove the word don't. So you should say, I know nothing. So it means that you don't know anything. Okay. So it's either I know nothing or I don't know anything. All right. Is this clear for everybody? Uh huh. So never say I don't know nothing. Okay. It should be I know nothing or I don't know anything. Great. Let's have the next part. Living out the article the. So the is an article. This is something that we tend to use when we are talking about specific things or when we want to include it when talking about specific group For example, let's say this: I live in UK. Probably a lot of people will think that this is a correct sentence. Do you agree? Do you think that this is a correct sentence? I live in UK. UK is United Kingdom, right? The same with USA. For example, I live in USA. Why is it that we have to add an article the in the sentence? For example, I live in the UK. I live in the USA. Who can answer that question for me? Why do we have to add an article the before the country's name? I live in the UK, or I live in the USA. Why do we have to put an article the in the sentence? Let's see who is good in terms of explaining the grammar rule in here. Uh-huh. For us to avoid having the same mistakes over and over again or repeatedly, we have to know the reason. Okay? We have to know the reason why it's not allowed to use, or for why is it allowed to have, or required? Why is it required for us to have the article the? Okay? So who can answer? It's a specific place. What if it's Spain? I live in the Spain. Is it possible to say I live in the Spain, since I am pertaining, or I am referring to a specific country? And Spain is a specific country. But why is it that we don't put the in the place or country Spain, right? Have you ever heard it? Like, I live in the Spain, or is it strange? Mm-hmm. Thanks for your answer, Iman, by the way. I live in the Spain, or I live in Spain. I live in UK, or I live in the UK. What is the reason? Who is brave enough to answer this? Mm-hmm. All right. So let me explain this part to you guys. So when we are referring to countries, okay, when we are talking about group of things or countries in here. For example, states, United States of America is a group of states. That's why it's a United States, right? So that's the reason why we have to put an article the. Same goes with UK. It's United Kingdom. So for that reason, we have to add the article the. Okay? In the Philippines. We don't say Philippines only because Philippines is a group of islands. For that reason, we have to put an article the when we are mentioning the country, the Philippines. Okay? United, okay, group of states, group of islands, and the likes. Okay? Is it clear for everyone? Give me a thumbs up if that is clear. And you may ask a question if you are confused. Okay. So that is the explanation behind the rule of the article the when pertaining to countries. So it is not something that we put in all the countries. We only put that in a specific country that describes United, okay, group of islands, and others. Okay. Right, let's go with the next one. So the third part is the fixed phrases. So this is also one of the most common problems of English learners. They tend to say it depends of the situation, or it depends on the situation. So what is your answer for this? Is it depends of the situation, or it depends on the situation? So give me your answer by putting the word on the comment section. put or on rather, or of. Depends on or depends of. So I could see who knows the right or correct answer. All right. So in this case, let me repeat. We have the confusion when it comes to the word or the phrase depends. Some people says depends of. Some people say depends on. So let's see it from the comment section. According to Abde says on, okay? Karima says of the situation. Mariam says of. Uh-huh. So we can say that there's like a mixture of answers in here. Mariam, okay, Mariam says of. Evelyn says of as well. Fadua says of. Okay, this is interesting. So the reason why this is, I have included this because this is one of the most common, okay, most common errors made by English learners. So second language learners. So in this case, okay, in this case, the answer should be depends on. Okay. So, congratulations to those who were able to answer it correctly. And to those who did not answer it correctly, this is the first time, okay? Or this is the first step for you to change it and say depends on. Okay. It depends on the situation. We never put of beside depends. Okay, depends of does not exist when it comes to fixed phrases. Okay, so we should always say depends on. Oh, it depends on the situation. Like when you're going to ask a person, do you want to go with us tonight? Then the person will answer, it depends on the time. What time are we going out? So depends on or depending on the situation. Okay, so this one comes as a fixed phrase. When we say fixed phrase, it talks about not changing it with another article or another preposition. You are not going to add any other preposition um, instead of on. Okay, so it should always be on. Okay, is it clear for you guys? Give me a thumbs up or a yes if that is clear for you. Okay, again, you should only put the word or the phrase depends uh, on rather depends on the situation. Okay, so that is a good start towards polishing your grammar, okay, and vocabulary. So let's go ahead and check on the next one. So the fourth common errors made is this subject and verb agreement. So, for example, we have this the list of items are in my bag. Now, let's ask our viewers, our audience, to tell us what do you think is the incorrect, okay, incorrect sentence. Okay, what do you think is the incorrect word in the sentence? The list of items are in my bag. Okay. The list of items are in my bag. Okay. What do you think is the incorrect word in this sentence? The list of items are in my bag. Mhm. So it's either the subject or the verb. So let's hear it from our audience on Facebook and YouTube. R for is. R. Okay. So there's a question mark. So is, Iman says is, according to Diana, R or is. Iman says, or Iman says R. Mm-hmm. So the list. So we have the word list in the sentence and we have the word are. According to Amina, it should be is in my bag. Okay. So to those who have answered, good job. So that's correct. Because when we are talking about list, okay, the list of items are in my bag. So when we're talking about list, we are considering that as singular, right? The word list. List of items is one singular list, okay? So like I have a lot of items in my bag. So those items are in one bag, which is the topic. So in this case, it's about the items in one list, right? So we should not use are, but we should use is. Therefore, it should be the list of items is in my bag. So are for it's red if it's incorrect, and that's yellow or like orange if that is correct. So are versus is. Good job to those who have answered it correctly. And Evelyn asks to repeat the other one earlier. Okay, let's go ahead and continue with this. Again, this is a fixed phrase. When we are talking about phrases, okay, we should never put of. It should only be on. Okay, depends of does not exist in English. Okay, it is grammatically incorrect to put of in the word, oh sorry, with the word depends. Okay, so depends on the situation. It depends. Okay. We also answer it in a phrase, it depends. So that's a stand-alone phrase. Okay. Meaning you can, or the person can understand you if you say, oh, it depends, if both of you are aware of the topic. Okay. So that's number 3 and 4. Again, list should be considered as singular. Okay. All right. So let's go with number 5. Number 5 here. So we have I have 25 years old. Okay. So in this case, it is one of the most common errors. I think you have done this once when you are just starting to learn the language, and if you're aware of the Spanish language, so the grammar that we consider is the word tener, right? So in Spanish, the verb tener or to have is used with age for that example. When you say tengo 25 años, so it's considered as I have 25 years old in English, the literal translation. So instead of using the phrase to have, it should be I am. So to be, right? When talking about age, I am 25 years old. So we only use have when we are talking about possession. For example, I have a cup, okay, or a mug in here. I have a yellow mug. I have a phone. I have a mobile phone with me. Have means possession, something that you are holding, okay, or something that you have at the moment. I have a class right now, okay, something that is going on, all right, or something that you possess, something that you hold, all right. So in this case, when talking about your age, always consider the verb to be, okay, because that is the correct form of answering the question, how old are you? Okay, so questions. Mm-hmm. Question. Any other questions? Is it clear for everyone? Okay, you may ask a question if you have some. Okay, let's proceed to the next one. Remember the things that I'm telling you because we are going to have a quiz. Okay, we're going to have a quiz afterward. So let's have the next one. This is one of the most interesting parts of the lesson because this is confusing. Okay, and it's a challenge for everyone to identify which word, okay, is to be used in the sentence. So adjectives ending in ing and ed. For example, I am boring. So, how are you? And then the person answered, I am boring right now. So, let's discuss this. Is it correct? Let me hear your comments, or let me see your comments first. Is I am boring correct? Have you answered this before? Let's see it from the comment section. hmm Let me refresh. Yes. So is I am boring correct when it comes to sentences? Let's see your answers. hmm Bored, according to Eman. Eman says, I am bored. It should be bored. hmm All right. Bored, according to Abde. All right. So you guys are correct about this. When we are talking about our feelings, okay? So this is the explanation. As you can see, on my presentation, I am boring. So when you say I am boring, it means that you are not an interesting person at all. So, like, you're telling someone that you are not an interesting person. So it's like, oh, don't talk to me because I am not an interesting person. Okay. It does not refer to your feeling. So when someone asks, how are you should answer, I am bored. Okay. Oh, I'm bored, or I feel bored right now. Okay. So when you're talking about your feelings, it should be bored, and when you're talking about the situation, okay, the situation that causes you to feel it, it should be the word that ends in ing, the word boring. Okay, so if we're going to put an example, it's going to be this movie is boring. That's why I am bored. All right. Or this queue is tiring. That's why I'm tired. So it applies in tired and tiring, bored and boring, interesting and interested, and pairs that ends in ed and ing. Okay, so this is this rule can only be applied when you are talking about adjectives. Okay, only adjectives that's not in, that doesn't include the verb and the gerund. Okay, only with adjective that ends in ed and ing, just like the words or the pairs I have mentioned earlier, like the word the words bored and boring, tired and tiring, and interesting and interested. Okay, so that is the rule, right? That is the rule when talking about bored and boring. Okay, so that is with the word bored and boring. Right, for number 7, we have this see, watch, and look. All right. So what are the differences when it comes to this? Do you have an idea? Mm-hmm. See, watch, and look. Mm-hmm. Abde says I'm bored. Iman says bored, and this test is boring. Uh huh. Oh, is that true? So see, watch, and look. So, what are the differences between these words? These are the common, okay, words that we tend to mixed up. For example, I see people, I watch people, I look at people. So, what are the differences? So, in this case, mhm, we have differences when it comes to the definition of the words. So, look. Look here means to look at something.
تسمعني رباه تدري خرج.
Oh, hello everyone. I am sorry. Hello, can you hear me? Yes. Let's see it from the comments. Yes. Hello. Okay. So, yes, I apologize as my laptop run out of battery, so it turned off. But let's continue. Okay, let's maximize the day or this time by continuing the lesson. We were talking about the verbs, the word look, see, and watch. Okay, so let's take a look at the presentation once more. So, what is the definition of see, watch, and look? Can you put it on the comment section? Okay, let's discuss this. Or look, see, and watch. What do you think are the meaning of the words that we have here? Uh huh. Can you hear me now, Abda? Can everyone hear me as of the moment? Uh huh. Hello. Okay, that's cool. Right. So, okay. All right, that's great that you guys can hear me. So, again, I was asking the viewers on what do you think are the meaning of the words see, watch, and look. Do you have an idea? Okay, if you have an idea, comment it down on, put a comment on the comment section and let's know. hmm I watch TV every day, according to Amina. All right, we're going to know that if that is correct. Okay, as we take a look at the meaning. Earlier, I've read some comments about an example. Yesterday, I saw my friend, according to Iman. Okay, Iman A. Yeah, I saw that there are lots of Iman here. That's nice. Okay, so let's discuss the meaning of see, watch, and look. So, when we are talking about look, this is when you are looking at something directly. So, look always is always followed by a preposition at. Okay, I'm looking at you right now. I'm looking at the door right now. I am looking at the screen. So look at when you are looking at something directly. Okay, look at the people outside waiting. Okay? Another thing is when we are talking about the word see. Okay. See is being used when you are talking about something that comes into our sight. Okay. That we weren't looking for. Something that you can see even though you're not looking for it. So I can see the light in front of me. Okay. And I can see people walking in front of me. So I see. So to see something is when you don't need to make an effort, okay, to see it because that is given, okay? You see the office, you see your house every day, you see people, all right? And watch, on the other hand, talks about looking at something carefully, okay, when something is moving. So you watch movie, you don't see movie, So that's one of the most common errors made by people. Let's see a movie. Let's see a movie this weekend or later after the class at Islamic fundraising, right? Let's see. It should be let's watch. Okay. Let's watch movie later on. Okay. So look, see, and watch have different meanings, okay, when it comes to the usage of the word. So this is how you're going to use. Okay, this is how you're going to categorize. I look you according to Imain or yeah, Imain. Not sure if I pronounced that correctly. So I look you. Again, when you are talking about look, it should always come with at. I look at you, or I am looking at you, talking about the action that is going on right now. Okay. I am looking at you. Okay. For example, when you are looking at something directly, I am looking at the person who is looking at me right now. That is look. Okay. You're looking at the person directly. Okay. When you are talking about the word see, okay, that is when you can see it even though you are not paying so much attention. Okay. You are seeing that it's dark outside, you see people walking around, but when you are um, looking at the person, following that person, let's say the person is moving, and then you are looking at that person, you have to use the verb look. I am looking at that person directly, okay? And if you are following the person until the end, looking at the movement of that person, you are watching that person. Okay, watching the person walking outside. Okay, so it has different usage. Okay, is it clear now for you, Iman? That's the differences. Okay, these are the differences when it comes to the verb look, see, and watch. We are going to have some examples here. Stop looking at my private journal. Okay, when you are looking directly at something, you are going to say look at something. Okay, I watch the snow falling. So has have as you can see here, when you are watching something, it's moving, right? So the snow falling, you can imagine the situation, right? So from the sky going down because you are watching it as it falls. Okay, I watch the snow falling. Okay, and then here we have the word I don't play tennis, but I see them playing every day. So it means that you are not that interested in the thing that you are seeing. So you're not paying so much attention into that. So with that, you can put the verb see. Okay, I don't play tennis, but I see them playing every day. I see people walking, I see people crossing the road every day. So you don't pay so much attention because you can see, okay? Or because it doesn't interest you. Okay? Those are the differences when it comes to look, watch, and see. Is everything clear when it comes to these words? Can you give me your thoughts by putting your comments on the comment section? Okay, so those are the differences. And let's have number 8. Okay, for number 8, we have my mom is lawyer. Okay, my mom is lawyer. So lawyer is abogado, right? Okay, so my mom is lawyer. It's not lawyer, by the way, but lawyer. When this is the word or the sentence, or rather the spelling LAO, it's law, the law, right? The things that we follow, it's the rules. That's the law. For example, it's not law, not law, but law. So with the word lawyer, it is also not being pronounced. So no with W or W, right? My mom is lawyer. So is it correct? Or do you think that there is something missing in the statement? Okay. My mom is lawyer. What is the word that is missing in the sentence? Or is it correct for you? Give me your thoughts in the comment section. So my mom is lawyer. Mhm. Okay, well, while we are waiting for the answer from this current subject, let's talk about the question of Iman. You can say I'm watching them playing. Yes, you can. You can use this. This is actually the word that we use. So you can say watching them playing if you are looking at it and you are watching the movement of the people. Okay, because you are interested. The reason why it's C in this sentence is because the person is not interested. Okay, the person is not interested with the sports. Okay, so for example, I don't play tennis, but I see them playing every day. So it's like I am living near the stadium. Okay, and then I see them every day, but I don't put so much attention. You can only put the word watch if you are like sitting and then you are looking at them. Okay. You are watching them playing. That is how you are going to put the word watch. Okay. So I am watching football right now. I am watching people playing at the moment. So, watch is definitely possible to be used provided that you are looking at the movement of the players. Okay, is that clear for you, Iman? Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the topic about articles. Okay, so Abdi says the article A is missing. So my mom is a lawyer. So good job everyone for Diana, Abde, Evelyn. Uh huh. Okay. So Karima says a lawyer, and Iman says is incorrect. It should be it's incorrect, right? I, T, and S with apostrophe. It's or it is incorrect. Right. So exactly it is incorrect because we have to put an article when talking about professions. So in Spanish grammar it is not needed, right? It is not necessary, but it should be put in English. For example, I am a teacher. Some of you are what? Lawyers. Okay, you guys. Or some are lawyers, some are doctors, right? So my friend is a doctor. My other friends are lawyers as well. So I am a. My mom is a. Put the word. Well, if that is an engineer, then it should be with the an. My brother is an engineer. Okay, so that's how you're going to make the sentence correct. Now, let us test your understanding by answering the following statements. First, are you agree with me? Which is a really common confusion in English. It's your turn to put the correct answer on the comment section. What is the correct answer in the question, are you agree with me? Okay, let's see your understanding. Hmm. Are you agree with me? What is the correct verb in the statement? Okay. Are you agree with me? Normally we answer it with yes or no. But is the word correct or not? Are you agreeing with me? Oh, that's a good thought. Are you agreeing with me? Okay. Who else? Disagree? Mm-hmm. Are you agree? Are you disagree? Or is does this come with another one? So we have another word to be used when talking about this. Okay, it should be, do you agree? Do you agree with me? Yes or no? Okay, or in the sentence is wrong. Okay, because is this word does not agree with the verb agree. Okay, agree. So in this case, it can only be possible if it's going to be the word that was given by Karima. Like, are you agreeing with what's happening right now? But normally, the common word or the common word to be used, right, is the word do plus you agree, or do plus pronoun plus the verb. Do you agree? Okay. Do you agree with this? Yes or no? Okay. So it should be do, not are. All right. Do you? That's correct, Evelyn. All right. And this one is correct. This. I've heard this so many times when I'm teaching with my students, or I'm teaching my students. I often hear this when they want to ask me if it's wrong or right. So, is this correct? Or is correct this correct? I think I have mentioned the answer. So, in this case, since I have already mentioned the correct answer, it should be is correct this. So this one is wrong, okay? Is correct this is grammatically incorrect. So for you to be able to have that in correct form, it should be, is this correct? Is this correct? So that's how you're going to ask the person if it's correct or not. Is this correct? Yes or no? Okay. So another thing that we have here is this. Yes, that's correct, Zainab. Is this correct? Right. So saying it is correct, this is wrong. So you can only say, is this correct? Or if you're sure that it's correct, you can say, it's correct, isn't it? So it's correct. Like, I know it's correct, but I want to ask you for clarification. It's correct, isn't it? Using tag question, okay? But this is correct should be the answer. Is this correct? Yes, that's correct. Okay? So that's how you're going to answer it. But we cannot put that in question form. This is correct is in sentence form. That is correct. This is correct. That is sentence form, not a question form. It should be, is it correct? Okay? That is for the clarification, Iman. Okay? Right. So let's have this. The annual conference is on June. Oh, we talked about this before. So, what is the correct form, or what is the word that makes the sentence incorrect? Can anyone tell me based on the topic? Okay, one of the topics we've discussed before. What do you think is the word that makes the sentence incorrect? Mm-hmm. With the sentence, the annual conference is on June. Okay, what is the word that makes the sentence incorrect? Uh huh. Let me check on the comment section. Is the annual, when we say annual, that is yearly, okay? Something that happens every year, annual. Okay, annual conference. Yearly conference is on June. Okay, so let me reveal the answer. Is in June. Okay, there are lots of comments here from Karima, Abde, Iman, Imain, Evelyn, and Zinab says in. Okay, that's good to hear that you guys are still familiar with the prepositions we've discussed last time. Right. So when we're talking about years, centuries, and months, we put the preposition in. Okay, in should be the correct answer, right? The annual conference is in June. All right. Next, this one. I did a mistake with the figures in the report. What is the word that makes the sentence incorrect? And what is the correct answer? Test your understanding by putting your answer on the comment section. I did a mistake with the figures. When we say figures, by the way, that talks about numbers. Okay, figures are numbers. Mhm. So, what is your answer? The annual, or I did a mistake with the figures in the report. I can still see some comments like Amina and Emaine put in. Emaine put on. All right. So with that, let's go back while waiting for the answer. It should be in. All right. All right. And here, the report with a question mark from Amina. Let's see if that's the problem. Iman says on the, Karima says on the report. Okay, let me tell you that the problem here is not the preposition in, okay? It is the verb did, all right? Not on the report, not at the report, but it's in the report. Okay, this is correct. Grammatically speaking, the problem in the statement is the word did. Okay, we don't say I do a mistake. It should be make or made a mistake. All right, got it? Okay, so it should be I made a mistake yesterday. I'm sorry. So that's one. Okay, I made. It's not I did, you made it. You made a mistake. Okay. That is the proper verb to use in the sentence. Right. And someone asks, but you also can say on 21st June. Uh huh. That is with the prepositions, right? So in this case, on 21st of June. If you're going to add a preposition of, that's going to be possible. Okay. That talks about the date. When we are talking about the date, we put the preposition on. But if we're just talking about the month, we put the preposition in. All right. Okay. Iman says, what is this? A or a? What is your question? Can you put it in a statement form? Or are you asking a question about this? Again, the answer in this question is I made a mistake with the figures in the report. I made a mistake. All right. It is not, the issue is not on the prepositions on or in or at, but it's with the verb. Okay. Is it clear for everybody? Oh, Christina. Hi, Christina. Christina says on the. All right. Again, the problem in the statement is the verb choice. It should be made. The phrase in the report is perfectly fine. All right. Again, or next one, we have this. It's on Tuesday, no? This is also a problem, okay, or a challenge for learners. So it should be it's on Tuesday, isn't it? It's on Tuesday, isn't it? It's like it's correct, isn't it? So it's when you are familiar, it's when you are um, aware, okay? It's when you are confident, but still you want to clarify with the other person or you want to clarify something. It's on Tuesday, isn't it? It's correct, isn't it? So that's the time that you're going to ask tag question. So isn't it is a form of a tag question. You can only put that if the sentence is positive. So the question is negative. It's on Tuesday. It's not on Tuesday, is it? So if the sentence is positive, the question is negative. All right. It's on Tuesday. Isn't it? Is not it. So isn't is a negative form. Okay. Right. So is everything clear for everybody? Do you have a question? All right. Any questions from the people on the comment section. Right. Thanks for participating. You guys are answering from time to time. So that's good to hear. And yes, this is my quote for everyone who keeps on learning the language. Keep on learning the English language. See yourself as someone who can speak English fluently. I am looking forward to speaking with you in a higher level. I know that you're going to go to that part. So keep on studying. It's really good to hone yourself, okay? Hone your skills by practicing. You can also talk to someone like a friend. Since all of you are participating, you can ask questions like study. That's really good. Okay. So yes, I am looking forward to it. And do you have a question? Is everything clear? Uh-huh. Yes. All right. So if you guys don't have any questions, I think that's all. And I'm happy for today's lesson because you were able to participate. And I hope that you've learned a lot of things because we tried to put a lot of topics in one session for us to maximize. So it's good to see that you guys are able to enjoy the lesson. So I'll be giving it back to Amin. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
No se me escucha. Barakallahu fikiman. No, lo que decía, o sea, que ha sido una clase muy interesante. Creo que todos cometemos esos errores, o por lo menos yo. Pero alhamdulillah, ahora ya tenemos. Shane nos ha enseñado cómo evitarlos para perfeccionar nuestro inglés. Y bueno, gracias otra vez por estar ahí. Y si tenéis alguna pregunta sobre la clase o sobre también la clase de mañana de inteligencia emocional y otra clase, otro curso que os estamos preparando, inshallah, y que mencionaremos, que anunciaremos la semana que viene, que también, bueno, os lo adelanto como a vosotros como exclusiva por estar ahí siempre todos los sábados. Inshallah, la semana que viene lanzaremos un curso también gratuito sobre el tema relacionado con el tema de la fotografía. Cómo hacer buenas fotos, cómo hacer buenos vídeos en YouTube, la gente que se dedica a compartir muchos vídeos o tutoriales en YouTube o Instagram, etcétera. Haremos, inshallah, un curso de unas 4 sesiones con un hermano Hassan, que es experto en la materia, para todos vosotros. Y nada más, si no tenéis ninguna pregunta, pues barakallahu fikum. Los nuevos cursos, pues recibiréis, inshallah, el aviso y lo anunciaremos también en las redes sociales. Y nada más, desearos, inshallah, un próspero y un feliz sábado. Y quizás nos vemos mañana en el curso de inteligencia emocional con la hermana Mariam. Y si no, pues inshallah, hasta la semana que viene. Barakallahu fikum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.